It's time to print monster number 4, the Ankeg. All right, welcome back to Heroes and Whiskey. Glad to have you back. We are printing the Ankeg. I don't know why, but the Ankeg was always one of my favorite creatures. It's the idea that it could be hiding under the ground, and then this giant lobster bug thing could pop out and attack you was always terrifying to me as a player. So let's head on over to my mini factory and see what the deal is. All right, so as soon as you search for Ankegs on My Mini Factory, there are some really cool ones here to start out by Pest Lucas. Got 3 different versions. They're only $4 a piece, 3 different poses. And they look real. I really like that look with the big eyes and kind of the pose. There's this one from Flesh of Gods that looks a little detailed. So let's hop in and see some of these a little more closely. So here's a one from Pez Lucas. Yeah, I really like this. Lots of detail. Again, it kind of feels very aggressive and realistic, very much my style. Here's the one from Flesh of Gods. This is really kind of an extreme design. It's very cool. Doesn't fit the traditional mold of an Ankeg, but very cool. Here's one from Cripple God Foundry. I also really like this pose. This one is, peering out of the ground, smashing out of the ground, rising, erupting out of the ground, whatever you do out of the ground. I don't like the eyes as much, honestly, as the Pest Lucas one. And then here's a set of 3 from Epic Miniatures. They don't look like they come with bases, and the style is a little more hero style, or some features are a little more exaggerated, but I think these are perfectly good models as well. But I think I am going to go with this one from Pest Lucas, and so let's get it downloaded and printed and see what the deal is. I also want to point out you can join us on Patreon or on Instagram. If you want to be part of the process, part of the conversation, that is where that happens. Okay, so when I brought this model into Chitubox, it's a borderline size for me to want to hollow it out. Again, I'm fairly new to this hobby, and so everybody says hollow everything out. And I realized I couldn't do it. I couldn't hollow it out. I couldn't punch any drain holes in it. And so as I started to scroll through, I was trying to figure out why. I noticed some really unusual internal geometry with this model. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I can't tell if it's maybe some leftovers of how the model was originally built, but I don't necessarily know how this is going to come out when I actually go to print it. And so what I ended up doing is bringing it over to Mesh Mixer, solidifying it, and then bringing it back into Chitubox, and I was able to hollow it out, put in some drain holes, and print it with no problems. Okay, so here it is, all printed out and painted up. I actually ended up using one of my own bases. The base that came with it was fairly simple, and so I had one from another set that had a few more rocks in it, and so I put it on there. But let's put it on the turntable and take a closer look. All right, so as you can see, I mean, it looks great. I did angle it back into a little more of an aggressive pose, but the details are all there. Oh, there's a little skull buried under one of its feet. And yeah, I mean, I love the kind of cicada eyes and the lobster crab crustacean look. And then it's got the double tail. What kind of bug is that has that? Anyways, it's got kind of all of the creepy, buggy things that you would want from a monster like this. And then let's take a look at it next to Johnny the Trinity. So you can see its eyes are about the same height, so the equivalent is probably like 8 or 9 feet. tall and about 10 to 12 feet long. So it's a nice scale. Yeah, and so overall, I'm really happy with this model. Again, there was that kind of the issue with the model itself in Chi2 Box. It may have printed okay, but I didn't want to take the risk. But once I got it solidified and printed out, it came out really great. So let's take a look at what this cost us in terms of resources. So the model itself was only $4. It's a great deal. It's brought our total cost so far up to $50. Just use under 12 grams of resin, so we're up over 211. And this one only took 2 hours and 38 minutes to print out. So we were up over a day by a couple of hours. So we're at about 26 and a half hours. And so that's all for the Ankeg. Next up, the Azer.